All right, let's talk about something anyone trying to buy a house right now knows all too well. That big, frustrating trade-off. Do you go for the place you can actually afford or the place where you feel safe? It feels like you always have to choose. Yeah, it's the question on every home buyer's mind. You find a house with a great price, and you get all excited, then you check the neighborhood stats and oof. Or you find the perfect, super safe community, and the price is just, well, completely out of reach. But what if that choice was a false one? What if you could have both? It's what we're calling the home buying dilemma. And honestly, it's a huge challenge for so many of us right now. But what if there's a surprising answer? It turns out there's one state that's really emerging as a place that might just crack this code. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's look at affordability by the numbers and see what really makes Georgia so compelling. So first things first, let's talk about the big number. The statewide median home price in Georgia is sitting right around $382,000. Now, depending on where you're listening from, that might sound super high or maybe even pretty low, but the sticker price isn't the whole story. It's what that number means for your actual wallet that counts. And this is where it gets really interesting. Here's what that price tag actually translates to in the real world. In Georgia, it takes the average person about 4.5 years to save up and afford a home. Now, compare that to the national average, which can be anywhere from 6 to 11 years. We're talking about getting years of your life back. That's huge. And it's not just one thing, there are a few key factors making things easier for buyers right now. For starters, housing inventory is actually up by about 15%, which means you've got more choices. Plus, mortgage rates are starting to trend down, which is great news for your monthly payment. And on top of all of that, there's some serious help available. You've got well-known loan programs like Conventional 97, FHA, VA, and USDA loans, but also state-specific programs like Georgia Dream that can literally help you with your down payment. So, let's zoom in a bit. Where exactly does your dollar go further? Let's look at some specific cities where this affordability really shines. Okay, just look at these numbers for a second. They're pretty remarkable, right? We're talking about cities like Albany, Augusta, Valdosta, where the median home price is way under 200 grand. You've even got places like Warner Robins and Columbus that have that same kind of affordability, but with really strong, stable job markets in things like healthcare and the military. It just goes to show you how far your budget can stretch. But this brings us right back to our original question, doesn't it? Okay, they're affordable, but are they safe?
All right, let's talk about the safety equation. Let's tackle that head on. Can you actually find a place that's both affordable and secure?
Well, the answer is a resounding yes, and here's some incredible proof. Take a city like Johns Creek. The violent crime rate there is a staggering 80% below the state average. No, that's not a typo, 80%. This is the kind of data that shows you do not have to compromise on feeling secure. And look, Johns Creek isn't some random outlier. There's a whole bunch of these secure, family-focused suburbs, places like Milton, Peachtree City, Alpharetta, even Great Atlanta suburbs like Decatur and Kennesaw. Now, to be fair, some of these spots do come with a higher price tag, but what this proves is that the state has fantastic options on the safety front. The real secret sauce is finding that sweet spot, a city like Warner Robins, which we saw earlier, that perfectly hits that balance between affordability and safety for your budget. Okay, so let's put this all together. What's the smart buyer's takeaway from all this? What does it mean for you? This quote really nails it. Smart buyers are always weighing affordability against safety and school quality. It's about thinking long-term. A home isn't just a place to live. It's a massive investment in your financial future, sure, but also in your family's well-being. Thinking about that long-term ROI, and that includes your peace of mind, is absolutely the smartest way to go. And the really cool thing is, the data we've looked at today shows that in Georgia, finding that perfect balance between what you can afford and where you can feel truly safe, well, it isn't just a dream, it's actually achievable. So that brings us to our final question for you. When you think about all these options, from the incredible affordability you can find in a city like Albany to the top-tier safety of a place like Johns Creek, where would you start your search? If budget and safety are your top priorities, which Georgia city would you move to first? It's a pretty fun thing to think about, right?